Jeremy once again here at Mountain High Homestead. Today we're going to be butchering our meat birds, and we got a couple things we got to do to get ready. First of all, we got to make another killing cone. We have one killing cone that I already made. Worked pretty good. In the past we've just used jugs and stuff, but today I'm going to make another killing cone, and I'll bring you along and show you how to make this thing. Alright, so we're out here in the shop getting ready to make another one of these killing cones, and first thing we need is an old bucket. I prefer to use an old bucket instead of a good bucket, so I got an old crappy bucket actually here that's all chewed up and whatnot, and I'm going to show you what we need to do to make this killing cone. Alright, the first thing you want to do with your bucket is go ahead and get it cleaned out and get everything, any dirt or anything out of it. We've cleaned it out and scrubbed it up real good. The first thing you want to do is find the center point of your bucket. I use the center point from the handles. So take and mark that center point off up here at the top, and then you mark that center point down here at the bottom. So we have a mark at the top and a mark at the bottom. Then what you want to do is get your straight edge and make that line. Alright, once you make that mark, the next thing you want to do is measure over 6 inches each way from that center line. It's easier to use a tape that you can actually flex around the bucket. Mark 6 inches either side. So then what you have is your center line, and then 6 inches around to the side we have a mark here, and 6 inches this way we have a mark here. Now what we're going to do is connect our center line to that mark and our center line to that mark using the straight edge. Actually, something that works really good is just a cardstock, and then that way you can take that cardstock and wrap it around your bucket and make a nice line there. So now what I have our center line 6 inches around, 6 inches around to form a nice triangle there. Then what you also want to do is you want to mark all the way around up about a ½ inch, because that hard plastic is there, and you want to come up above that hard plastic. So now that I've used my cardstock to mark all the way around the bottom, I have a nice line around the bottom there. It's about an inch, 3/4 inch up off the bottom. That way, just to get me above that hard plastic. So once again, we have our triangle marked on there like so, and line around there. Now what I'll do is I'll take it out here to the edge of the garage outside the building, so we don't have such a mess in the building, and you can see how we're cutting it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom off of this bucket first. Just like so, I've cut the bottom off of it. Now we'll make our other couple cuts. Alright, there we've made that cut. Now, one thing I didn't mark, but I just go ahead and cut anyhow, or you need to cut, is you want to take and go from this point right here, and you'll want to cut straight up through the center of your bucket. So now what you have is a cut bucket, bottom cut out of it, top cut through, and the triangle which we marked off cut out also. We'll take the handle off. Alright, now that we got everything cut and got all of our cuts made, what we'll do is we'll get ready and take it in the shop here and piece it all together, but you can see where we could just going to fold those around and make us a nice killing cone. Alright, back in the shop here at the workbench, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this thing together and show you how we're going to put it together. One thing I did do on my others is I took and cut off one side of the rib so that now the bucket has a rib around the top. I cut that off so that it makes it easier to overlap those two. So now what I've done here, you can see that one edge, I cut that edge off so that when we overlap it, it will actually make a nice flat joint. If not, if you don't, it'll stay raised up. But if you take and cut that lip off like so, it makes it fit a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to bear hug the cone. And I have all my tools right here handy, all the equipment and everything I need. I shoot to try to shoot for about a 3.5 to 4 inch hole on my killing cone is what I shoot for. All right, so once you get that first one in, you can double check. We're right at 3 3/4 that away, and then of course about 4 that away. So we're right where we want to be. It's not an exact science. That's one thing about anything on the homestead. All right, so now we got the bucket all put together there, the cone all put together. Go back here and snip these zip ties off. So there we go, finished product. We'll take this out here and get her ready and use her today. I hope this content that we're putting up helps you in some way. If it does, please hit the subscribe and like button. And like I always say, live life like you're going to die tomorrow, farm like you're going to live forever. Jeremy here at Mountain High Homestead. Have a good day.